Hi friends, this is my Hobonichi Flip Through for August, and I wanted to show you basically how it looks completed. I just realized that I didn't fill in this space here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, but for the most part I am just turning on the camera and hitting record. So let me know if you like these kinds of videos in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, be sure you're subscribed, and let's fill in this little part right here. I found a quote on Pinterest that I am loving. So what I like to do is I like to pin them on my board, and you can make sure you're following me there too. And if you have some suggested quotes that you love, be sure to leave them in the comments below, because I love getting inspiration from you. And this is something that I need to tell myself a lot. Tell the negative committee that meets inside your head to sit down and shut up. So I'm taking this Tombow Fudenosuke brush. I think it's the soft one. It's the black one right here. And I'm simply going to go ahead and letter this quote. And the nice thing about these pens, once you get used to any kind of marker or pen, you can freely, hopefully, oops, see, I can't talk and write. Look, I wrote committee with 2 M's instead of 1. So let's see if I can fix that. Yeah, I need to just not talk and write at the same time, so bear with me here. That meets inside your head to sit down and shut up. Okay, so I could have gotten all down about myself and, you know, crazy. Oh, look, committee spelled wrong too. Shoot. Okay. 2 T's, 2 E's, 1 M. All right. Well, that's not my favorite part of this page, obviously, but you can see why usually I record while I'm doing and then I go ahead and add the voiceover later, because I clearly cannot talk and write at the same time. This month was challenging for me. It was a wonderful month, but it was also very difficult. So there are elements in here that I want to just show you that, you know, even if you're going through hard times in your life, you can still document it in a way that is meaningful and true and aligns with your values. There was this 31-day wellness challenge that I really wanted to try and focus on. And I think that for the most part, I was doing a little bit of these prompts every day, but what I realized is you have to make sure that you can infuse it into your daily life as a practice. If you're going to change any habits or bring on new good habits that you want to try, or just infusing more goodness into your life, you have to be the one in charge of that. And your mindset is so important to make sure it's, you know, in a good place. And I think that's why I like to write a lot of these quotes and stuff, is because there's so many nuggets of wisdom out there, and I really needed to make sure my focus was only on the essential. And there is more clarity and calm that I want to continue to bring into my life, but these are just little ways of doing so. And this journaling practice and documenting practice has added so much to my life. So I wanted to just breeze through this, but I actually had a friend, Ian, write in my book, and what's funny is this thing that I got at an event covered it up so perfectly, because I don't know, I mean, I think it's funny what he wrote, totally, and I'm so glad he did, but I thought that that was kind of a better thing to put into this book. Anyway, I wrote some notes, and this is still my usual style of having people participate. Jack wrote his J wrong, and so he rewrote it there. And I'm including still photos here and some doodles. I like the mix of stuff along with the stickers. That's what makes me happiest. Also, what makes me happiest is no stress, clarity, and calm over chaos. That's not entirely possible in my world, but I'm working on it. I am a work in progress, and anything that I can do to better my life and maybe share with you guys some tips that I have, I love doing that and being able to have this platform for that. So please, you know, continue to share your comments with me. I read every single one, and fortunately I don't get too many bad ones, but every now and again there's a negative one. I know that there is a difference between negative comments and constructive criticism, so I am open to hearing what you guys have to say. Anyway, here I put a receipt and then some stickers, some doodles, some more stickers. And, you know, I think that there are times in our life where we need to hear that things are totally going to work out. And I have that belief. I'm a very optimistic person, but I've had to cultivate that over the years. So if any of you are feeling down or you are going through a rough time, trust me, I understand. Everybody goes through it. And it's part of life. And I think that learning to deal with the struggle and make sure that you're not in this place where you're constantly in a negative space, and you make sure you don't think too much about the bad things and you have this gratitude practice. I mean, I think there's a whole slew of tools that we can all have to help us feel better. But even though things were, you know, going kind of rough throughout the month, there were so many positive aspects, and that's what I chose to focus on. So I really wanted to pick out the goodness out of every day, because we all have bad days, but trust me, I think that most of life is good. So there's this theory that like half of life has to be good and half of life has to be bad, because that's how it works. There's a shadow side and a light side. I don't know if it's 50-50 necessarily. I like to think that it's more like 80-20. So 80% of the time life is good, 20%, you know, there are things that we can do without, and some of them are out of our control. So the things that we can control, the things that we can appreciate, and the more we can learn from our experiences and just grow with gratitude, I think it's so key to happiness and fulfillment. Jack was so delighted that his sunflower sprouted here, and so I wanted to make sure to make a note of that. And then I happened to find in my stash, which I'm sure you all have a huge stash of supplies that you don't necessarily use. I encourage you to use your stuff. I found the sunflower sticker and I thought it was perfect. And then stuff like business cards, and then this is actually cut out from a Lego, I guess, pamphlet that he got. He actually got this exact Lego guy. You can put those into your books because it'll help keep the memory that way. I don't do that much journaling sometimes. Like when there are things that happen that are sad, I don't necessarily spill my thoughts onto these pages. I do have a separate journal for my morning pages. So, you know, I still wanted to document that this was a tough time, but at the same time, I tried to make it look pretty, I guess. But you know, I think sadness is a part of our lives. And as much as I don't want to go through too many tumultuous times, I think that's just a part of living a full and engaging life. So sometimes I also get to the point where I just feel like decorating. This one says, trust the timing of your life. And then I wrote, I mean, what other choice do we have? Which is true. And this sticker, I feel like that is me sitting there with that face. You know, I really want to be positive, and I really want to have this colorful, full, wonderful life and share that with you guys. But at the same time, there are struggles and there are things that people go through. And so I also wanted to make sure that I documented those moments as well. And I encourage you to do the same in your own way. Sometimes it's through art therapy. I mean, I think that this was part of it. When we were at LACMA, they have this great kids program, and I was sitting there and Jack was painting, and I just took the tempera paints that they were using and I just added these. And in a way, I thought they were kind of tears, but I don't know. I don't know what they were. But, you know, you can just do whatever you feel. And I think that this whole process is sort of a healing process too, to me. And things that bring me smiles, like this quote that Jack said, I wish there was a billion mamas like this one. I mean, how sweet is that, right? And I'm just so glad I have that little piece documented. Here I demonstrated this for the Shine On video, and then I ended up putting this in from the memo pad, taping it with washi tape, and then I wrote, "Nosy little shit, haha." I just had to. I couldn't help myself. I don't know why. I thought that was so funny. But there's just little things that I want to document, and we went to Great Wolf Lodge, and Jack still hasn't taken off his wristband, and it's been almost a month, I think, over a month, and he still has it on. So I guess that brings him joy, so I just kind of let him have it. There's no harm, it's not dirty or anything. Eventually he will have to cut it off, I think. Here are some, you know, more just things that we did. We went to the Smallfoot opening, or screening, and we just did some really fun things. At the same time, you know, JC ran this 25K. It was a trail run. I mean, you guys, a year ago, I think he ran 25 miles the entire year. And this year, he's run 2 marathons, and he's a runner. So there are things that we all don't know that we're capable of doing, and we have to believe in ourselves so much more than we want to sometimes, and we can do anything we want. We can have our dreams come true. I mean, that is just so amazing to me. I'm so proud of him. Jack's never going to, I mean, hopefully, he's not going to remember his dad not running, I don't think, because he just turned 5, and my first memories were right around 4 or 5, and that's just the way things are now. JC just runs, which is great. It's so fantastic. So I've also made sure to sort of focus on just the little things, but work stuff, and also I've just been turning inwards a lot, and obviously focusing on family and just trying to be a master of the balancing act. It hasn't really worked, but I did get an awesome tarot reading, and it was just so amazing how in tune. I don't know if you guys believe in that kind of stuff, but I think there's something to it sometimes. I think sometimes it's just for fun, but in this case, I really enjoyed getting the tarot reading. Anyway, more stickers, a little tear out from the event. We went to Beard Papa's for the first time, so I just cut this out of their business card and stuck it in. Another business card. And then I had my dad draw a Hugbot here. So I think that, you know, as we're in September and as you're going through life, there's going to be struggles, there's going to be hard times, but you can put your heart and soul and creativity and energies and focus into the Hobonichi or your planners or anything in a positive way, and I swear it will make a difference in your life. So I love that I've been able to share through this platform with you and show you sort of the different things I'm doing. Did I even show you this page? I don't remember going through this page. Maybe I accidentally skipped it. Anyway, and just giving your energies towards something that makes you feel good. And this type of documentation makes me feel good. Right now, I'm at a crossroads though, because I don't know how long I want to continue this Hobonichi. I'm thinking about going back to a bullet journal, but I don't know if I can do both. So let me know in the comments below if you've had to have this dilemma. I don't know when I'm going to switch. I have a really big birthday coming up, so I don't know if I'm going to switch then or if I should keep going with this and then try to dabble in the bullet journal and then get set for 2019. It's just all, you know, up in the air. But things like putting rainbow washi tape down that looks like watercolors, like hanging out with your friends. I just think that there's so much goodness that can go into a book like this and into your planner pages. And I'm sure you're already infusing, you know, a lot of things that are so meaningful to you into your notebooks and maybe traveler's notebooks, maybe your planners, maybe your scrapbook pages. But I just want to encourage you to keep doing that, keep doing what makes you happy. And then if you need to correct course and change a little bit, I think it's okay. I want to leave you with this, okay? Because I love this quote. The trick is learning to maintain an unwavering focus upon your desired end result, your completed dream, the finish line, without insisting upon or contemplating its means of attainment, no matter how logical, obvious, or tempting it may seem. Tally-ho, the universe. So here it is. Here's the August flip through. Thank you so much for listening to my rambling. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and leave any questions or comments below. I love to hear from you guys. I hope you feel inspired to keep those creative juices flowing no matter what you're going through. All right? Bye, guys. Thank you.